I went to Lake Mead in Las Vegas and discovered something horrifying.
Fox 5 continues to cover the falling water levels at Lake Mead.
A previously sunken World War II-era landing craft is now exposed due to rapidly declining water levels at Lake Mead.
For the past couple of months, we've reported on the receding water levels
down now. It's getting a little difficult.
The largest reservoir in the U.S. is drying up, shrinking water supplies in the West.
Many just hope Lake Mead can stay above water.
Water. It's what keeps us alive, what makes Earth, Earth. But here's the thing. We're running out of it. This is Lake Mead. Once the largest reservoir in America, now it's hitting historic lows year after year. Yet cities that depend on it are still watering lawns, building golf courses, and growing suburbs in the middle of a desert. Over 40 million people rely on this water, and we're wasting it. So I came here to see the damage for myself, and what I found, it's not just a drought. It's the result of decades of denial. So we are currently at the docks right now, as you can see, and we are about to get on our ride, our little boat. So let's get to it. Created in 1935, when the Hoover Dam was built on the Colorado River, Lake Mead was meant to power cities and farms across the Southwest, especially California, Arizona, Nevada, and even parts of Mexico. Named after engineer Elwood Mead, the lake fueled explosive growth in cities like Las Vegas and Phoenix. But since 2000, overuse and decades of drought have pushed Lake Mead to record lows. At full capacity, Lake Mead is the largest reservoir in the US, holding about 28.23 million acre-feet of water and sitting at 1,229 feet above sea level. Today, with information from the Colorado River Commission of Nevada's recent hydrology report, it's down to only 8 million acre-feet, with the surface resting at 1,054.4 feet, a staggering 70% drop from its full. But what does this mean exactly? For some, much of this is just numbers with no real tangible consequence. But here is what's really happening right now. At 1,229 feet above sea level, Lake Mead is considered full pool, which is at its full capacity. However, when the lake drops below 1,050 feet, Hoover Dam's turbines can no longer generate hydroelectric power effectively for millions of households. This makes blackouts a constant reality, and cities lose a major renewable energy source. And as of July 2025, we are just 4 feet from this reality. And this isn't helped by the recently passed One Big Beautiful Bill by Donald Trump, which would cut clean energy incentives, making the risks of blackouts even greater and losing clean energy capacity.
Major change coming to clean energy. Critics say it's not only bad for the climate, but could also mean higher bills.
This is all part of the Trump administration's Big Beautiful Bill.
But this isn't even the worst part. If Lake Mead falls to 895 feet, we hit what experts call dead pool, when water can no longer flow through Hoover Dam. The Colorado River stops moving downstream. Water stops reaching California farms, Arizona cities, and even parts of Mexico.
This is the delta where the Colorado River meets the ocean, or rather, what's left of it. Since the early 1960s, one of America's great waterways almost never actually reaches the sea.
At Dead Pool, it's not just a reservoir that dies. It's an entire region's lifeline. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So today this is gonna be my first vlog. I hope you enjoy it. So we are currently at the house and I am about to leave right now to Lake Mead. It is 4th of July, so it's gonna be full of boats. It's gonna be so crowded at Lake Mead. Alright guys, so we've made it to the lake to look over, greeted by a bunch of fish. Look how beautiful the water looks. Lake Mead. It's not just a lake, but a place where millions of memories are kept and made. A place of joy, a place of happiness, somewhere where you can be yourself. An oasis in an otherwise dry and arid desert. A mix between natural beauty and architectural marvel. And of course, a traditional spot for thousands on 4th of July. But of course, not everything is bad, and efforts are being made to improve the current conditions. For example, in 2023, California water agencies agreed to conserve a combined 643,000 acre-feet of water in Lake Mead, more than double Nevada's total annual water allocation. Put simply, California conserved more water in 1 year than Nevada is allowed to use annually. As of mid-2025, these efforts have saved approximately 1.2 million acre-feet, putting California well on track to meet its 1.6 million acre-foot conservation goals by 2026. Along with that, California, along with Arizona and Nevada, collectively pledged to conserve a record-setting 3 million acre-feet of Colorado River water by 2026. These efforts are backed by more than $670 million in federal funding. And there have been plenty of other efforts like this looking to conserve water in Lake Mead. But the question is it enough? Down in Las Vegas, UNLV has removed over 1 million square feet of grass with desert landscaping, which reduces water use by 25% since 2003. These efforts save 77 million gallons of water a year. Now, a big concern with removing grass for desert landscaping is that it increases heat, and that concern is very valid. In an ever-heat increasing planet in an already scorching hot city, the last thing you want to do is increase the heat. That's why in a collaborative effort with research at the Desert Research Institute, Arizona State University, and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, aka UNLV, they discovered an incredible middle ground that reduces water usage while also not increasing the heat around buildings. The solution? Oasis landscapes, which lead researcher Rubab Sahar describes as hybrid car, balancing the needs of water, conservation, and cooling. An oasis-style landscape is like one that has acacia or ghost gum and shrubs like dwarf poinsettia, which require light irrigation. Sahar says that the benefits are light irrigation needed to upkeep these plants. That also helps in the cooling process through evapotranspiration. But it doesn't just end there. With smart irrigation, leak detection systems, and public gardens that teach people how to live desert smart, UNLV is making it a priority to conserve water. This even includes indoor efforts like those in the restroom. UNLV has replaced their old urinals with new ones, which save approximately 87 gallons for every 100 flushes. Another is the toilets, which save 30 gallons of water per 100 flushes. And even faucets, which save around 12 gallons of water per 100 uses. Despite all of these efforts, UNLV, Utah Tech, and other major desert city universities like ASU, U Arizona, and others continue to make strides towards greater water conservation. Despite all the great efforts being made to save water, this battle is far from over. It's important to acknowledge all the great things that have been accomplished up to this point. But with that, it's also important to continue to strive for better. Despite the significant achievements accomplished up to this point, the greater threat remains: climate change.
57% of the country and 100% of Nevada is in some level of drought.
With Earth's increasing temperatures rising by the day, water conservation becomes even harder as more water continues to evaporate. But that is a topic for another video. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and alert button to be notified on all of my latest videos that come out on Sundays. Also, if you haven't already, please be sure to follow my other socials on Instagram and TikTok as I post much more frequently on there. And finally, be sure to visit my website, thetruthtrailblazer.com, where you can get alerted on more updates, news, and other great stuff that's going on around my channel and others. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. And until next time, let's continue to trailblaze together for a greater future.